Okay, Hare Krishna. Badra Singh here. Welcome to Thrive in Bhakti. This is a great program and channel for helping devotees understand common sense and success principles, which actually apply to spiritual practitioners as well as ordinary people. So, Thrive in Bhakti and these podcasts are all about helping struggling devotees or devotees who want to achieve more or greater goals, how to utilize and understand and get the right mindset for achieving success. I use common sense language. We take away all the gloss of all spiritual lingo, and we get down to the nuts and bolts of things that we should understand about how to be successful in our spiritual life and also in terms of our material situation as well. So today we're going to talk about 4 ways that you can maximize your mentorship. Yes, mentorship is key if you're wanting to achieve a financial goal or you want to achieve a sports goal. We know if you want to go to a high level of sport or finances, you need to get a mentor or a coach. If you want to go to the Olympics, you don't want any coach. You don't certainly want to try to do it on your own. You want to find someone who's been there before you. Same with finances. If you're in property arena, you would find someone who has been very successful in property development or selling of property. So the same applies in spiritual life. So what I like to do is just ground ourselves in normal success and common sense language, and then link it to Krishna consciousness. And it has really helped, as I've helped myself and a lot of devotees get to grips with that. We have to get our thinking and our habits right when it comes to spiritual life. Often, as we've grown up, we haven't really been taught how to be successful materially, what to say of spiritually. So let's look today. Let's give an example today. It's going to be about how to maximize your mentorship. So, as we were just hearing about finances, sports, other arenas, you would find coaches and mentors. And successful people always talk about how they mine mentors, how you mine your mentor, how do you get the most out of the relationship. Just like we hear Prabhupada would often say that having a guru isn't like a trend or having a pet, something you collect. Similarly, mentors are not sort of also persons that you just don't collect. Oh, I have a mentor. Yeah, I have a mentor. Yeah, I like hanging out with my mentor. I feel so good around my mentor, like it's some sort of pet. It's nice that, of course, we want relationships. We want lovely relationships with our mentors in our lives, but we want to be mining, not collecting. Just like if you're collecting stamps or rocks or jewels and things, you just kind of collect them and keep them. But no, we want to be mining mentorships. So we're going to look at 4 ways today. And here we go. 4 things that we need to be thinking about if we want to reach perfection, we want to attain Krishna Prem, if we want to move forward in our spiritual life, then we need to apply these 4 things. And the first one is we have to show up. First, we show up. Second, we need to ask questions. And 3, so these 3 and 4, the most important, most neglected in my experience of mentoring and helping persons and hearing about other devotees' utilization of mentorship. Number 3 is you do it. You ask. So number 3 is you do what your mentors asked you or suggested or requested. You put your intelligence together and you try to apply what the mentors told you. And number 4 is to report back. Yes. So in my limited time, a few decades in Krishna consciousness and looking at and being in a mentorship role, trying to help devotees, talking with devotees about how things are going with their mentor, it's more like in bhakti, I find that a lot of devotees are just kind of, well, I see my mentor every now and then, I check in. But actually, this is not proper utilization of the mentorship. So I'm not going to get into the spirit. Obviously, we understand there's deep connection, transcendental connection, the mentor, the spiritual master, all persons that Krishna has sent. We know the transcendental philosophy, but when it comes down to common sense practicality of actually living it, we kind of don't, I feel we don't really utilize it enough. Certainly in lectures I've heard from senior devotees in our movement, including my own spiritual master, having a mentor is real gold. Mentorship is gold. So no, So you might be mining Bitcoin or mining, trying to achieve so many things, but actually, the real wealth in our life is mentorship. So I want to ask you a really challenging question, make you feel uncomfortable. So you have to get uncomfortable to move forward. How much are we really utilizing? Are you utilizing mentorship? And looking at those four things, are you actually showing up regularly to be with your mentors, to check in with your mentors? How often are we doing that? Is it once a month? Is it once in a blue moon? Why not every week? Regularly. What's the regular schedule that you're going to show up to be with your mentor? And of course, that's meeting up with the mentor is also the eagerness to get their association. I'll give some examples of how we should be approaching the spiritual master or the mentors in the right mood. That's also there. So then, when you show up, are you asking questions? Or are you just telling them what's going on, what you think? Oh, yeah, this is happening, and I think this is okay. When you show up to a mentor, we want to tap them, we want to mine them for their wisdom and experience with the mood of then number three, applying. I have had so many conversations. I coach and mentor young men here at our home ashram here, and often they come in and they tell me things, but I sit there and I'm thinking, okay, and they seem to have it all worked out, and they may ask me, "What do you think?" But then they will go away, and they don't do anything. They don't do anything I've suggested or requested, and then you see them go through their mistakes, and then later on they'll say, "Oh yeah, I should have listened to you." So they didn't even report back that it didn't work what they were doing. Try to see here. Ask yourself, be honest with yourself. When you turn up to a mentor, first, are you showing up? Two, are you asking questions? Important questions. What do you think? How do you think? What's your perspective? Getting perspective from mentors is not to say they have all the answers again, it's but they can give you a perspective from their experience so you can save yourself a lot of time and money and energy. I should say money, could be money. um, and then three, once you've asked those questions and you've inquired, why is it like this? What's your take on this? What do you think about this situation? How am I doing in my devotional life? I've tried this to get my reading and sadhana together. What do you think? What's your experience? Three, when they answer your question, do you go out and do it? And four, once you've gone out and you've tried to do it, do you report back? Hey, look, I tried this. This is how this changed my life. Positive and negative. Reporting back isn't just about how everything didn't work out. It's also what went well, because then the mentors will really feel valued, that they can add value. People of experience want to, like, I'm a father. I coach and mentor young men in their 20s. I'm in my 50s. It's so nice when someone comes back and said, look, I applied what you said, and this is how it affected me and saved me so much time. I'm so grateful. This is the real gem, when you effectively help someone move forward through any trials and tribulations, right? But this is the crunch. Even though it's so simple, show up, ask, do it, and report back. How so many people don't do this, even outside spiritual circles, what to say in spiritual circles. It's so simple, but apparently it's not so simple, because people are not doing it. Devotees are not doing this. Few actually are doing this. So, expanding success, we have to expand our associations. And part of association is mentorship. And this is the real wealth of a bhakti practitioner. Proud, connective, feeling reliant, feeling having someone to watch your back, someone who's there for you through thick and thin. We're not going to get into the details of confidentiality and the obvious other common sense things around finding that mentor, having confidentiality, having that person as your personal guide through all this. So today, I'm not going to go into those details, but you've got to treat the advice of your mentor as gold, not something, oh, I don't know what he's going to say. If I go to my mentor, yeah, it's kind of like I'll think about his opinion, their, her, or his opinion, but seeing it as gold, asking how to navigate storms, um, you know, how to overcome issues, save yourself time and reporting back. Yeah. So the key is yes, the mood as well. Because that this is actually humility. When we talk about humility in bhakti, it's not so much, oh, Prabhu, and yeah, and the low head. It's actually humility is taking advice, asking questions that are uncomfortable and revealing problems and taking perspective. And the humility is then going out and doing that. Going out and doing that and applying what your mentor said, and then be able to come back and say, has it worked? How much has worked? How much has it impacted you? Did it not work? And just working things out with a mentor. And we know in sports and finance, this all makes sense, but spiritually, can we do it? Can we actually be humble enough to do that? So this blog or this video or podcast, and it will be an audio as well, is to ask yourself this question today. Think about it. Think about no matter how many years you've been in Bhakti, think about right now. Are you showing up regularly and tapping in and mining and finding mentors, people with experience in your spiritual community, in your local area? Of course, you can access them now, even online. 2, are you asking really important questions around how you can move forward in your Bhakti? And then 3, have you actually gone out? How in your last mentorship meetings? How many have you gone out of each of those mentorship meetings and applied what they said? And have you reported back? I've reflected on this, and I've really upgraded, and over the years really leaned into having someone in my life that I can reveal all my my issues, not just spiritually, but also the challenges we face, even materially. We need mentorship. So I hope this is really helpful. Thriving Bhakti is a program that has all the 3 ingredients that help devotees overcome challenges and issues, but also develop the ability to expand and increase and do great things for Prabhupada's movement. And those ingredients are accountability, which is mentorship, goal setting, and mindset. Those 3 ingredients have helped devotees, particularly ones who've struggled with sadhana and organizing their life and trying to have a strong spiritual practices, to helping devotees go beyond the limits of what they thought they could do in bhakti by applying the right mindset and success principles. So awesome to be able to have opportunity to speak, and happy to hear your comments below. And I'll be doing some more podcasts coming up. So please subscribe, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.